Hey guys, today we'll be doing a review on Nebo's Redline flashlight. We'll go over the features of the flashlight and we'll also do a light testing on it so you guys can see how bright it is. And if that's all you really want to see, I'll go ahead and put that in the description so I don't waste your time. But let's go ahead and get right to this review. My first initial thought when I received this flashlight was that it's a really sturdy flashlight. It is made out of I would guess, aluminum kind of metal. It's not light, but it's definitely not heavy. It's not nearly as heavy as a Maglite or anything like that. It's very compact. I can see this thing taking quite a few drops, quite a few bumps and hits, and it performing flawlessly even after that. So it's about 4 inches long, like this, and whenever you put it into spotlight mode, it's about 4.5 inches long, and it's about an inch thick, I would say. So it's not a very big flashlight at all. It's very compact. Let's go ahead and work our way from the top down. It is a 1 LED bulb flashlight, 220 lumens, incredibly bright. And some people have had complaints that theirs has started getting dimmer since they've bought it, or starting to turn brown. I guess that's just where it starts heating up and stuff. I've never had this problem. Mine has performed flawlessly ever since I first bought it, so definitely no complaints there. And I use mine all the time, so but yeah, nothing even remotely like that. So another thing about this flashlight is the top of it. It's not sharp. It doesn't hurt if you run your finger along it, but it definitely has an edge to it, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that pretty well. It has notches in it. And if you're going to keep this flashlight in your pocket, I really probably wouldn't recommend this as an everyday carry flashlight. There's smaller ones, more compact, and you probably don't need 220 lumens if you're using it for an everyday carry. You might, depends on what you're doing, so, but as this kind of flashlight, I probably wouldn't recommend it as an everyday carry. The name Redline, the way this name got its flashlight, Redline, was from that red line you see right there at the bottom right now as it's turned on. Nebo had that so if you're in an emergency and you're stranded in your car or something, you can put it on SOS mode. People will see the light flashing as opposed to you flashing it in their eyes while they're driving or something. And they'll know to pull over. Personally, I don't think I would see that. I don't think I would stop if I just saw a red line flashing. But I guess it is better than them shining it in your eyes. So, and if that's a deal breaker for you, you can buy covers that will actually block that light out. Excuse me, that'll block that light out so there's no light coming out. So don't let that be one of the reasons you don't buy this flashlight. To adjust the beam, you will turn this, and that puts it in a concentrated light beam or spotlight mode as opposed to floodlight mode. So that's pretty basic right there. Something really cool about this flashlight is they actually put a chart on this flashlight so you can see the times, or how long it'll last, and on what power setting and how far it'll reach. And I don't think you guys can read that really well, and I apologize. I am doing this on a phone. But it's 100 on the highest setting, 100%. It's 220 lumens, 150 yards for 4 hours. 50% is 110 lumens, 65 yards for 8 hours. 10% is 22 lumens, 30 yards, 15 hours. SOS and strobe light lasts for 72 hours. And I really like the way this company actually did their strobe and SOS. It's on the light's highest setting, so it's incredibly bright. And I've seen other flashlights that only do it on medium power to conserve energy or save the battery power and stuff like that. But I really like the way they did theirs. So, the way you put the batteries in this flashlight, you just unscrew the top there like most other flashlights you're used to. And now we get to the top, or the bottom of it, I guess you would say. This part right here actually glows in the dark. I don't think that's a real practical feature for me because I use this as a tactical flashlight. I use it, I keep this in a mag pouch, so I don't have that snagging problem at the top because I grab it from the top and pull it out. But I guess if you drop this and you don't know where your flashlight's at, maybe you'll get lucky and that part will be aiming towards you. But I guess it's just a little handy feature that doesn't hurt to put on there whatsoever, so no complaints about it, definitely. But something I think is really cool that they added on this was that there is a magnet on the back. This magnet allows you, if you are stranded in your car or something, and that's what I would probably recommend this flashlight for. Keeping it in your car just in case you break down. It's an awesome flashlight for that. So, but like I said, that magnet, if you are going to work on your car hood, this will actually attach up into the car hood and shine down into your engine, and that'll allow you to work on it. And I've heard of people, yet again, complaining about the flashlight, saying their magnet doesn't hold their flashlight up. But I'll go ahead and prove to you that mine does. Mine holds it flawlessly, even at 90-degree angles. So we'll go ahead and put this right here. You guys can see that it's holding perfectly fine right there. It's not sliding or moving around. And I can leave it here for as long as I want, and it will not fall. Other people have said it's only held for 4 seconds and it's falling. I don't really get that, but I guess if you want to complain, you'll complain, right? But we'll go ahead and go to this light test real quick. And you guys can see how powerful that is. At 100% high power, that's what it looks like. It's pretty dang bright. It's pretty blinding if you're facing into it. And then that's medium power. And like I said, guys, this is on a phone, so it's not very good. I apologize for the quality of the video. This is still very bright. And then low power. In low power, it's still, I definitely wouldn't call it bright, but you can see everything around you pretty well, and you're definitely not going to knock or bump into anything that you're around, so no worries about that. Here's SOS, and then there's strobe. And like I said, it's high powered. I shine this in people's eyes all the time like you're not supposed to, just because it is so bright and it's fun to mess with them like that. Let me go ahead and try to do this with one hand, get it into spotlight mode. Alright, here's high power for spotlight. Here's medium power. Here's low power, SOS, and of course strobe. And that's the best one for if you're using this as a tactical flashlight. And it is a very quick strobe, and it bothers a lot of people when it's in their eyes, especially at 220 lumens. So, yeah, I personally, I love this flashlight. There are debates if it's a real tactical flashlight just because of the way you cycle through it. And I'll go ahead and show you how to cycle through it right now. I get that it can be a little more tedious than a normal flashlight. The way you turn it on, every flashlight like that. Now the way you cycle through this, you can press the button in each time, and it'll go to each setting. But what a lot of people think is that you have to do that. You don't, though. After you turn it on, you just simply have to press it in a little bit, and you'll cycle through each one. So I'll show you that again real quick. You just barely push it in, and you can see it changing in the background there. So it's real simple. I do get that it makes it a little more complicated if you're wanting it to go immediately to strobe or whatever like that. So for the sake of avoiding the argument, I understand what you're saying there. But I got this for $25 on Amazon, and I don't think you're going to find another light like that for $25. You might, but in my opinion, this was the best light for me. And I don't have all that much money to spend. I can't throw out $100 on a flashlight. So this was very practical, and it's a great light. I use it all the time, and I have nothing bad to say about it. Guys, that's all I've got for this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. You know the whole drill. And this is my first review, so I hope you all enjoyed it. And hopefully there'll be more to come. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless.